This is Steampunk Tower 2 on Nintendo Switch, just released. Um, it's a bit of a grindy game, to tell you the truth. My first impressions, and it has to be first impressions because I'm still grinding. I'm playing it bit by bit. I'm playing a couple of hours of it every other day. I'm finding it a bit of a slog. But it's an enjoyable slog because it is an addictive game. There's some interesting bosses and stuff like that you meet along the way. I'm at level 3 at the moment in this gameplay, and I've worked my way up to level 6, and that took a few hours as well. You have to really open up the world as soon as you can, and that means upgrading your facilities. Your home base is basically a bunch of laboratories, warehouses and factories, and you have to upgrade your turrets and of course your tower, build extra levels to fit more turrets and take on the more interesting, more rewarding quests in the game. There are a lot of quests, but there is a good teaching manual here. There's good resources in game as well, which is not too cluttered full of nonsense. It's got a good lore as well. The artwork is great, sounds decent as well. The world itself is nicely drawn. The characters, the artwork's really good. Nice steampunk design. They're very attractive, the females in this game are anyway. I had one just kind of noticed, but there we go. It's one of those things I kind of like in the game, attractive female heroes. Yeah, I'm really impressed with it. Very good game for the money, definitely worth it. Grindy, but you have to grind to get all the good stuff. It's going to take me a little while to beat this game, if at all. It seems to be very deep and there seems to be a big world map there. So yeah, unlocking Spain is pretty cool. Then you can send a train, a guy on a mission to find info and open up the world, and you get rewarded with the crystals which you need to upgrade your weapons, laboratories and stuff. Armor for your tower. You can unlock power-ups for the tower, power-ups for special weapons for your turrets themselves. It's the usual fare. It's a tower defense game. It brings something new in the way that it's really all steampunk, and that makes it really, really cool. You have lots of enemies, a huge map of Europe to conquer, and that is going to be very, very grindy, and you will be busy. The super weapons and stuff will hopefully make the game a lot easier the further I get into it, but I'll do a video on that as soon as I reach the super weapons and everything interesting. So I'll do an update and a full review of this game, to see if it's actually worth the grind. I'm sure it's going to be worth the grind. Until then, enjoy the rest of the gameplay. I highly recommend it, and I know it's kind of a first impressions quick review, but I do recommend this game. So far I'm really enjoying it, playing it bit by bit because I'm inundated with Christmas games and stuff like that and freebie stuff, and I don't accept all of them, but I do try and get through a lot of the new games for the Switch to show off, and if I can, I'll get around to a Christmas list of games. This is definitely should be in a Christmas list of games to get, because it is fun, and the steampunk and everything, if you're into all that, you're going to love it. And I do like the side missions. You can skip them as well when you get to a certain level. When you explore all the part of the map here, you can actually skip, have the battle fought for you, so you can concentrate on other things, reap the rewards. That's great because you don't feel like the actual game's getting too boring if the kind of mechanics of the battles are a bit repetitive. It's good to skip, which Empires of Sin doesn't do. But this, definitely worth your money, definitely worth your time, and one to definitely put in your wish list. And I'm enjoying it so far, even if I am just scratching the surface. I'm about 8-9 hours into this game. I wish I could put more, but that's the game. Very good game, very interesting game, and yeah, as I said, definitely worth a buy. If I was going to rate the game, I think so far what I've seen and what's ahead, I'd give it an 8 solid, because it is showing no signs of being unaddictive, and as you can see, the map world, all the info, very helpful. Everything's in there to help you along. So there we go. I'll talk to you soon. Enjoy the rest of the gameplay, and yeah, that's Tower Defense 2. Enjoy if you buy it, and if not, put it on the wish list, as I've said. You got to. go to battle. This is the only thing that bugs me in the game, is a frame drop. Apart from that, it's all good.